viewers, how are you viewers? I hope you are fine viewers. Today I will discuss with you pi bond. What is pi bond? Let me see. Pi bond. Pi bond is a chemical bond. In chemistry, pi bond are covalent chemical bond in each of which two lobes of an orbital on one atom overlap with two lobes of an orbital on another atom, and in which this overlap occur laterally. Pi bonds are chemical bonds that are covalent in nature and involve the lateral overlapping of two lobes of an atomic orbital with two lobes of another atomic orbitals that belongs to a different atom. Sigma bond are the first type of covalent bond formed by overlap of atomic orbital head to head. They are found in single, double and triple bond. Pi bond are the second and third type of covalent bond formed by overlap p orbital side to side. They only exist in double and triple bond. Definition and example of pi bond. The covalent bond formed by lateral overlap of atomic orbital is called as pi bond. For example, ethylene molecule contains 5 sigma bond and 1 pi bond in it. Pi bond or single bond. Single bond consists of 1 sigma bond. Double bonds have 1 sigma and 1 pi bond. Triple bonds have a 1 bond sigma and 2 pi bonds. The Greek letter pi is their name refers to p orbital. The orbital symmetric of a pi bond looks the same as the p orbital when seen down the bonds oxide. P orbital usually have this sort of bonding. D orbital are also assumed to use pi bond, but this is not necessarily what happens in reality. Pi bonds are formed by sideways overlap of two properly oranged pi orbital and adjacent atoms. In pi bond, overlapping takes place at the side of two lobes of p orbitals, so the extent of overlapping is less than the sigma bond. Hence, pi bonds are weaker than sigma bond. Sigma bond are the strongest type of covalent bond due to the direct overlap of orbital and the electron in these bonds are sometimes referred to as sigma electrons. The symbol pi bond is the Greek letter sigma. In the case of sigma bond, the overlapping of orbitals take place to a larger extent. Hence, the sigma bond is stronger in comparison to the pi bond because in sigma bond the extent of overlapping occur to the smaller existence. The bond between two hydrogen atoms is an example of sigma bonding. The bonding between the sp3 orbitals of hybrids carbon and the s orbitals of hydrogen in methane are also example of sigma bonds. Orbitals are placed side by side where the electrons are placed heavily on the plane to form bonding atoms called pi bonds. Pi bonds are weaker than others since their negative charge atoms are present further away from positively charged atom and nuclei of the atom. The number of pi bonds present in a single bond is 0. Double bond is defined as the chemical bond between two atoms. It forms 4 bonding electrons between the atoms. The number of sigma bonds present is 1 and the number of pi bonds present in a double bond is 1. The structure of HCN is H bound C, triple bond N. It has 2 pi and 2 sigma bonds. The pi bonds order between atoms R and S derived from Haeckel theory was defined by Charles Colson by using the orbital coefficients of the Haeckel MOS. Hence, the sum extends over pi bond molecular orbital. Only n is the number of electrons occupy orbital. I will coefficient CRI and CSI on atoms R and s representatively. I hope guys you understand this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe my channel and like my video.